Welcome to Create Your Own Economy podcast, the weekly podcast that equips you with the know-hows, the strategies, tools, and resources to create your own economy, grow your business, and live the life you desire. If you have not done so, hit the subscribe button so you will never miss an episode. Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode. My name is Bumi Ajibade, and in the episode of today, we just want to take a look at your journey so far this year, and what are the tools and resources that you are taking along for the journey. And for those of you who set New Year's resolution, I know. So how are you holding on with your New Year's resolution? And we know that New Year's resolution fail for so many reasons. And I'll just mention a few. Some of them are not actionable. Some of them are not measurable. And there's also too high expectation you put on yourself. And then there are no accountability partners. And some of those goals or New Year's resolution that you set, they are set on emotions. You set them because of the emotions of the season, and everybody is setting New Year's resolution, and then you just throw some things out there. And we know that any time that emotions are high, logic is always very low. And when logic is low, that's when you have so many goals and all that you set for yourself. And talking about statistics, only 9 to 12% of the people who set New Year's resolutions are successful in keeping with those goals that they set for themselves. And majority of people actually quit their New Year's resolution, wait for this, on the second Friday of January, second Friday of the month. So which means this year you are talking about somebody quitting, or somebody already quit on the 13th of January. Are you one of those people? Or 43% of the people are most likely to give up on their New Year's resolution by the month of February. Just some few days. Some people will quit their New Year's resolution. Or we just have some people that didn't set goals at all. Okay? So this podcast is not about New Year's resolution, but it's just about how do you commit to a lifelong growth commitment. And for those of you who already set the New Year's resolution and is already waning or is dying down, or you are behind on those goals, what's next? Are you going to throw your hands in the air and say, I'm done. Whatever comes. Do you want to actually look like dry leaves being tossed around by wind wherever it lands? I don't care wherever it lands. If it lands on the house, if it lands in the gutter, if it lands in the river or in the trash, wherever it lands. Is that you? I hope by the end of this podcast, as you are listening to me, you will choose not to leave your growth and the growth of your business to chance. You want to do something about it. You can decide to really calibrate and be intentional about the things that you can control. Because so many things that we cannot control will show up. I tell you that. So many things will show up. And if we cannot control them, then what do? I love what Warren Buffett says, because we cannot control inflation, right? And I will read what he wrote. Inflation swindles everybody, but the best protection against inflation is your own personal earning power, right? Your power to create your own economy, the power to create your own source of income. And then he goes on, he says, no one can take your talent away from you. That God-given dream that was deposited in you, that purpose, that thing that is your DNA, that talent, that strength that God has given you, no one can take it away. If you do something valuable with that and good for the society, it doesn't matter what inflation says. So what he is saying is this: it does not matter what inflation or what is going on in the world, only if you know who you are, if you know that earning power, that personal power that you have, that no one can take away from you. So I encourage you to focus on the things that you can control, not on the economy, not on inflation or what is going on around you. And in this journey of life, so my question to you is this: what are you taking along with you that will support you, that will be the tools, that will be the resources that will really help in your personal growth and also the growth of your business? What do you have in your luggage? What are you taking along with you? And, that reminds me my days of traveling. I used to be a trainer and a coach in a Fortune 500 company, and I traveled all around the US, and oh God, we called ourselves road warriors. And I know some of you will listen to this. We were road warriors. And because we were coaching and training executives, whenever we travel, they make the schedule. We just work with whatever schedule they make for us. And sometimes it's difficult because, it's their schedule. But again, I had some things I had to prepare on my own, the materials, the tools, the resources for the training, for the coaching that the company has put together. It was, I had to show up with those. There were times I forgot, and I had to, I had my things printed. I have everything printed and all that, and I forgot the binder at home. I had, thank God for Office Depot or Office Max, Staples, or even the hotels. They have their print center, business center in the hotel that really helped me. So I know. Now, I was not in charge of some things. I was in charge of some things. But when it comes to your personal growth and development, you are in charge of everything. You are in charge of everything. Everything you will take along. You own it. You own your vision. You own your passion. You own how you show up. You own everything. Now, let's take a look at some things that I feel you should have in your luggage on this journey. Let's look at the 7 things that I think is really very important for you to have on this journey, whether it's your personal development or your business. And number 1, you need to nail down what your purpose is. Your purpose, your dream, you need to nail them down. You need to be able to write your purpose statement or your vision statement. You need to write them down and be sure, because that is who you are. Any other thing apart from that, you will struggle. Anything that is not based on who you are, your strength, who you were created to be, is going to be a struggle. So number 2, you need to be able to visualize the end from the beginning. When we talk about the vision, you need to be able to stand in a place and see what you are looking at to achieve in 5 years. You need to see it vividly. Then you work backwards. Visualize the end from the beginning. Then number 3, you need to set defined goals. You need to have defined goals. We call them SMART goals, and work on those goals daily. The important thing for you is to benchmark those goals along the way. Benchmark those goals along the way so that you can celebrate, so that you don't wait until 5 years when you achieve the goal, or a year or 6 months before you start rejoicing or celebrating. You can give yourself chunks and then you celebrate. And you know what that does? It just keep you going. It's just like wind beneath your wings to make you keep on going. Then number 4, very, very important, renewing your mindset and have positive attitude, because you are going to come up with situations that you didn't bargain for, things that you were not thinking will happen. So you being positive will really help you to bounce back whenever there are issues. And then renew your mind on a daily basis really helps you, because as I always say, you cannot solve the problem with the same mindset that created it. So renew your mind every time will really help you. And also it helps you to believe in yourself, to believe that you can do it, to believe in what you can make happen, the power that you possess, the strength that you possess, those things that are in you that can make you achieve your success, achieve the growth of your business. Then number 5, your growth plan. You need to have a plan. Don't wait until you see somebody selling something only on social media before you say, oh, maybe. No, have a plan for the year. For me, my plan this year, my growth plan this year is to become a disc master trainer. I set that goal last year. It's going to cost me a lot of money, thousands of dollars. So I have it for this year, that I'm going to make it happen this year. What is your goal? What is your goal towards your growth? Or do you have borders? Oh, no, I cannot. No, we don't have the money. Because you cannot grow when you have set borders. When your borders are set in stone, there is no opportunity for growth. Because even from things that don't happen, you will learn from the mistakes, because you are going to make mistakes. Things might not work the way you want it. So you are going to learn from that. What books are you going to read? How many books do you want to read this year? What kind of books are those? How do you want to scale your business? What areas do you need to develop? What skills do you need to acquire? What are those skills you need to acquire? Those are some questions you need to ask yourself as you plan your growth. Then number 6, who are the growing people you want to align with? Because aligning with growth people will make sure that you are on a growth path. So who is your mentor? Who are you listening to? Who are the people you are listening to? What mastermind group do you belong? Who are the people that you all just rub minds? You just have conversation about what is going on. You hear what they are doing. They hear what you're doing. You compare notes and really help each other on this growth journey. And then number 7, what are the obstacles you think you might encounter on your journey? And what will you do? So let me give you an example. When I was traveling like every week, except when I was on vacation, I traveled every week, 5 days, 6 days. And there are sometimes I get to the airport and there's maybe there's a weather delay. There might be walking on the plane, they find some problem, or the plane is late and we're waiting. And then, when I was new, I just sit there. I didn't have any plan of what I needed to do if my travel didn't go as planned. But as I grew and I started learning, then I had my books that I would read. I had, I write my journals. I started doing things that would occupy my time while I was waiting because there was an obstacle. So I'm asking you, what obstacles do you think can come your way on this journey, and how would you tackle them? Because if you don't have something that you already set out to do, you might see yourself in a negative mindset. And remember, you cannot solve a problem with the same mindset that created it. Now, when we think about inflation, because I know, many people are thinking, oh my goodness, inflation is all over the world. The price of eggs is astronomical and all that. But just as what Warren Buffett said, when you invest in yourself, when you really identify who you are, your talents that you have, that will carry you. That those products, those resources, those products, those that your customers cannot wait to buy from you. Those are the ones that you need to focus on, not the inflation. So as you grow, you can add to some of these things, because I want to just share some areas with you that I really focus on as I look at my calendar, as I set my goals for the day, my goals for the week, for the month, for the year. There are some things that are important to me, and there might be some things that are important to you, or there might be something else that might be important to you, but I just want to share mine with you. The first thing is my financial goals. It's good for you as a person or a business to know your number. How much do you need to sell to break even? Because that will help you. How much do you need to make? What are the bills you need to pay? For the family, for the business, it's really very good to know that. Then number 2, your personal goals. What do you want for yourself? How do you want to develop yourself? What are your development goals for yourself? How do you re-energize yourself? When do you take your vacation? Where do you go? Then number 3, my spiritual life is so important to me. My relationship with Jesus is important to me because I rely on him in everything I do. So what does that look like? What does my daily prayers and reading the word. What does it look like? What does my community, going to church and Bible study and all that, what does that look like? That is important to me. So what does that look like on my calendar? Number 4, your career, your job. As an entrepreneur, or you work in corporate America, or you are an employee in a company. What does that look like? What is your goal? Is your goal on the job? You're an employee somewhere. How long do you want to work there? What is the goal when they let you go? What do you want to do? As an entrepreneur, what is your goal to scale your business? And then I have number 5, your community. How do you give back to the community? The community where you live? It might maybe your kids, the community there. How do you support? Maybe your kids are sporting activities. How do you support? How do you give back to the community? What will your legacy be? Because you can work and work and work to gain success. But when you are giving back to the community, you are talking about your legacy. You are talking about significance. Because as this saying goes, when you taste significance, success will no longer satisfy you. Because it's no longer about you and what you are able to do or what you are able to make happen, but it's about how do you help other people? How does the world get better because you are in it? How does this world get better because you are in it? Think about that. And then your family. There's no point you working 15 hours and all that when you are not thinking about your family. So what about your family? What is important to your family? How would you show up 100% with your family? What does that look like? How will you show up? And then the last one I have here is your health. My health is important. And for me, I'm a work in progress. I don't know about you, but for me, I'm a work in progress. Because if you're a workaholic like me, at times you put yourself in the back burner. But when we put ourselves on the calendar, for me, when I don't have things written down, I'm out of control because of my personality. My personality can easily be out of control unless I have things written down, then I can follow to some degree. Because at times I really need to have accountability partners. So how do you maintain a healthy living? What are the things that you are doing to help maintain this one body that God has given you so that you will have enough time to do what you want to do, to grow? Because if you are growing your mindset and growing everything, but your body is breaking down, it won't work. It will not work. So those are some of the things that I have for myself. So, you can add other goals that are important to you that can help you as you go on this journey. And I know that all of us, we all want to go on a journey of success and significance, but at times we don't know how. At times we start and we cannot finish because we don't have accountability partners. But my question to you is this: are you ready for the journey? Are you ready to commit to a journey of success? Whether it's on your job, whether it's your family, whether it's your health, whatever is important to you. Are you ready? I invite you to join my mastermind class. Remember, I said it's good for you to join a growing group. You have a group of people that are growing, to belong to a group of people that are growing. So it's very important. So join my mastermind group. I invite you to join this community of growing people. And our next session will start in about 2 or 3 weeks. So please go on my website, clarolgr.com/mastermind. www.clarolgr.com/mastermind. And if you really love to talk through, your journey, and really, if you need me to just help you think along what your journey is, please talk to me. Book a discovery call with me, clarolgr.com/meet, MEET. And I have some other support. So email me, just email me and let me know how I can support you. I have some of those worksheets that I use for myself. I will be happy to share that with you. So you can write a comment, reach out to me if you want some of those things that I talked about, and I will be happy to share them with you. My name is Bumi Ajibade, and thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. The best gift you can give me is by sharing this podcast with your friends, your family, and reviewing it, which will help this podcast to grow organically. If you want to create your own economy and live the life that you deserve, join my next workshop or schedule time with me. My purpose may as well be to help you on your journey. Visit clarolgr.com/workshop. See you again next week.